NBA YoungBoy beat the case, but did he really get away? Or was the FBI already lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Could one of hip-hop's most controversial stars actually cheat the system? Or is this just another headline in a long list of jaw-dropping NBA YoungBoy scandals? The courtroom drama alone had fans and critics losing their minds. He grinned, signed papers, and walked out like nothing happened, leaving judges, lawyers, and the public stunned. But while everyone celebrated, whispers started circulating. Secret footage, hidden informants, and high-level law enforcement monitoring his every move. Was this a lucky break or a trap set months in advance by agents who had been building a case behind the scenes? Today, we're diving deep into the chaos, the controversy, and the secrets no one wants you to know, because what happened next wasn't just a win in court. It might be the calm before an even bigger storm. Stay locked in, because this story is about to get messy, unpredictable, and absolutely explosive. The scandal surrounding NBA YoungBoy didn't just appear overnight, tits. It's a result of a series of chaotic, jaw-dropping incidents that have fans and authorities alike questioning how he keeps slipping through the cracks. From his earliest run-ins with the law to high-profile feuds and legal entanglements, YoungBoy has built a reputation as the rap world's most untouchable and, simultaneously, most scrutinized figure. But while headlines often focus on arrests or beefs with other artists, the real story is far messier, buried under layers of courtroom drama, social media outrage, and whispers of secret investigations. Imagine this: a young man barely out of his teens, navigating a legal system that seems designed to break him, yet somehow emerging on the other side of major felony charges with a smirk on his face. How is it possible that someone with multiple arrests, previous probation violations, and federal attention could leave a courtroom looking almost untouchable? That's where the drama begins. And trust me, it's only getting started. In the past, YoungBoy's controversies have included high-speed chases, alleged possession of firearms, and public spats with other high-profile rappers. But this time, it's different. Behind the headlines, sources claim federal authorities were quietly monitoring his every move, collecting evidence from music video shoots, social media posts, and even anonymous tips from insiders who knew the rapper's every schedule. One leaked report, though unverified, allegedly details agents staking out his Louisiana mansion, tracking comings and goings, and documenting interactions that could paint a picture of criminal behavior. Meanwhile, YoungBoy's public persona remained untarnished. A fearless, swaggering star, posting clips of new tracks, interacting with fans, and showing zero signs of concern. Was this confidence, or was he aware of something we're not? Fans online are divided, of course. Some praise him for beating the system yet again, seeing the legal victories as proof that YoungBoy is untouchable, while critics question whether his freedom is temporary, a mere pause before federal authorities step in with a bigger, more explosive case. Anonymous sources describe a courtroom scene that sounds more like a Hollywood drama than reality. YoungBoy signing documents, casually interacting with officers, and casually defying expectations, all while the legal team scrambles to maintain control. The tension was so thick, you could practically feel it leaking through the video feeds and courtroom reports. What was supposed to be a straightforward sentencing became a spectacle of audacity, leaving reporters, legal analysts, and fans collectively holding their breath. And yet, even in the midst of this chaos, a crucial detail was unfolding behind the scenes, an element so explosive that it could unravel everything he just won. Yes, you heard that right. While everyone celebrated what seemed like another miraculous escape, the FBI had quietly been assembling pieces of a puzzle that no one outside of their inner circle could see. Sources claimed that agents had been working on a parallel investigation, one that connected YoungBoy to previous federal concerns and highlighted patterns that were impossible to ignore. Social media posts and footage that seemed innocent to fans were allegedly under heavy scrutiny. One anonymous insider hinted that YoungBoy's carefree grin in court might have been hiding knowledge of surveillance he couldn't even admit existed publicly. And here's the kicker. While the headlines screamed, NBA YoungBoy beats the case, whispers in law enforcement circles suggested that the win might be temporary, that the calm courtroom drama was merely the eye of a storm ready to erupt. What happened next? That's where the story turns even darker. And you won't believe how close he was to walking straight into the waiting hands of federal agents. As the dust from the courtroom settled, the real scandal started to unravel. And what fans didn't see on camera was a world of intrigue, speculation, and whispered secrets that could sink even the boldest star. According to sources claiming proximity to law enforcement and unnamed insiders, NBA YoungBoy's legal victory triggered a flurry of reactions from the public, media, and, yes, federal authorities. Anonymous reports, though unverified, of course describe agents quietly reviewing his recent music video shoots, social media interactions, and public appearances, cross-referencing dates, locations, and personnel. Imagine an army of investigators meticulously connecting the dots. Every flashy car, every designer chain, every late-night studio session analyzed for potential violations. Some insiders even claim that YoungBoy's signature grin and confident courtroom demeanor were misinterpreted as ignorance, when in fact he was navigating a maze of surveillance he might not fully control. Meanwhile, the public's reaction was a mix of awe and outrage. Fans flooded social media with celebratory posts, hashtags like #FreeYoungBoy trending, and thousands of memes portraying him as untouchable. But for every fan cheering his triumph, critics questioned whether this was truly a legal escape or just a prelude to a larger, far more serious confrontation. One so-called insider tweeted, "You think this is over? Nah, the FBI's patience runs deep. YoungBoy might be walking out of court today, but they're circling." The tension between public perception and behind-the-scenes scrutiny was palpable. Even celebrity commentators weighed in. Some lauded his ability to dodge the system, while others warned that the law doesn't forget, and that federal agents rarely make mistakes when a major figure is involved. The scandal also intensified when rumors of lavish spending and unchecked power began surfacing. Sources described YoungBoy allegedly using high-end vehicles and properties as leverage, flaunting wealth while dodging legal consequences. Anonymous friends claimed he had connections that allowed him to manipulate minor court proceedings and influence outcomes in his favor. Classic case of celebrity privilege colliding with criminal investigation. Social media exploded with posts alleging bribes, behind-the-scenes favors, and shady legal maneuvers, each claim more sensational than the last. Even commentators who admitted no direct evidence existed encouraged speculation, citing YoungBoy's history of narrowly avoiding convictions and controversial public incidents as justification for concern. The more people discussed it online, the bigger the storm grew, fueling a narrative that was part admiration, part fear. An entirely viral dot, and then came the leaks alleged reports from anonymous sources, claiming that the FBI had been watching YoungBoy for months, documenting inconsistencies and possible violations that could easily escalate the stakes. One insider reportedly said, "They've got footage you wouldn't believe, tracking movements that seem normal on the surface. But when you piece them together, it's a map of activity the feds love." The public reacted predictably. Debates, memes, and conspiracy theories filled feeds, painting a picture of YoungBoy as either the luckiest rapper alive or someone teetering on the edge of a federal trap. The suspense wasn't just online inside the legal corridors. Attorneys were reportedly preparing for a wave of investigations that could turn what seemed like a victory into a catastrophic downfall. And as these rumors spread, the question remained, was YoungBoy really free, or had he simply passed through a checkpoint in a much larger, far more dangerous game? As the whispers turned into headlines, the fallout from NBA YoungBoy's victory began to escalate. And suddenly, what seemed like a routine court escape morphed into a full-blown legal spectacle. Sources close to federal authorities claimed that the FBI had been quietly preparing contingencies the entire time, analyzing every move YoungBoy made post-courtroom. Reports hinted at potential warrants, surveillance upgrades, and high-level coordination to ensure that if YoungBoy misstepped even slightly, he would face immediate consequences. And yet, the rapper seemed unfazed, posting new tracks, interacting with fans, and continuing a lifestyle that some described as reckless, others as fearless defiance. Public reactions were intense. Hashtags praising his cunning went viral. But so did warnings that the law eventually catches up to even the slickest celebrities. The tension was tangible. Was this a true escape, or a prelude to a legal storm poised to land directly on his doorstep?